There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. Nelson Mandela. And welcome back to the Giles 202. Guys, I really hope you enjoy this video today. I'm going to give you an in-depth look at how I fly unlimited aerobatics in the Giles 202. We're just taking off from the grass runway here. This is a beautiful day for flying. This is the airfield that I primarily practice at, and it's because we can fly right next to the runway. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into the flying. Once we have climbed up to altitude, we're going to dive into the aerobatic box and we're going to signal to the judges with these 3 wing wags that we have started the sequence. Once we pull level, we are being judged on every single maneuver. Maneuver number 1 is an Immelman, 1 roll the one direction, 2 rolls in the opposite direction, and then straight into the half inside loop. As we're climbing, I'm looking out the side, making sure that I'm actually tracking straight, and once we get to the top, we immediately start with the 2-point roll, which goes to inverted, followed by 1.5 negative snap rolls back to the upright. Now we're flying to the other end of the box, where we're going to do the figure in. This is quite a large maneuver. Pulling to the vertical, you'll see a little bit of a wing drop stall there. I fixed it with some rudder. Pulling over to the 45-degree down line, and then we need to pick up speed for 1.5 negative snaps in the center of the maneuver. Not too bad, a little bit of a wallowy tail there. Getting down to the bottom and pull. This is a really hard pull. Up to vertical with a 2-point roll using all that energy. Slight under roll, but I fixed it as I came out. You can see the rudder still in there, just fixing my nose direction. Maneuver number 3 is an inside loop from the top with 2 integrated rolls at the bottom. This is an absolutely terrible maneuver. It's really difficult.
Yes, a lot better, but still needs to stretch out, I think.
So there you can hear my spotter on the ground. He's giving me tips based on what he sees as if he was the judge.
Yes.
Now we're going into maneuver number 4. This is what we call the depth charge, or an inverted Humpty. Straight down, 1 roll down, and pull. If you guys hadn't noticed, you'll see on the right hand side you've got the actual arrestee figure and the plane that shows you where I am. So into the vertical, 3 of a 4-point roll, pulling to the inverted, and now we're going straight into the spin. So this is a upside down P loop, and we start off with the spin at the top, 1.25 negative spins, a little bit of a funny entry there for me, half a roll down, and then when we get to the bottom, 3/4 inside loop.
Yeah, not a super clean entry into it, but you would have seen the bobble.
Yep.
This next portion is really difficult to get 100%, so it's a 3/4 inside snap roll to knife edge, followed by an opposite 3 of a 4-point roll to inverted. Now we've got one of the most difficult maneuvers to get really smooth, and that is the rolling circle. So this is 270 degrees, we started inverted, 1.5 rolls, and we should exit upright and facing across the box, which is that diagonal line.
A little bit of a sink in the second part.
Roger.
Okay, now we've got one of my favorite maneuvers. It is quite difficult to get correct, but technically it's actually really simple. So we're climbing straight up and we're going to do what's called a tail slide. So you'll see me reducing the power here. Full up elevator means when it goes backwards, it'll flop forwards with the canopy to the outside. Going down, 3/4 positive snap, and pulling out. If you watch the tail slide again, I should have had my rudder centralized, which was why it sort of tweaked off to the side. Right, maneuver number 8 is another Humpty Bump, this time upright, pulling to the vertical, 3/4 roll. We're going to push over the
A
top.
little bit of under rotation.
Roger.
On the down line, 1/4 roll, opposite half roll, and pulling out back the direction that we started the maneuver from. This next one is a hammerhead, 1/4 roll, opposite 3/4 roll, and push to the vertical. Another 1/4 roll. We're going to do a stall turn over the top. On the way down, 1 1/4 positive snaps. And out. So even though it's a simple hammerhead, which is basically going up with a stall turn over the top, that had a diagonal portion and a vertical portion. Now the next maneuver is a figure 8. Pulling a 5/8 inside loop to a 45-degree downline. We're then going to do a half negative snap. That's that red little half triangle. Another 5/8 inside loop, and we're finishing off with an 8-point roll. Now this is really difficult because you start off slow after just having done that loop.
Definitely saw a bit of a sink in that first part of it.
Overall, I was fairly happy with that sequence. I really enjoyed it, and as you can see, it's pretty intense on the body and it's really fast. It happens very quickly.
Alright guys, that'll be the end of this YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Woo!
Now guys, if you didn't know, aerobatics is one of the most G-intensive sports in the world, and one of my goals is to go over and fly in the World Aerobatic Championships. I would also love to fly in the World Championship Air Race, which is the former Red Bull Air Race. And I just want to take this time to say thank you to one of my sponsors, Camarosa, here in New Zealand. If you guys have not been to Camarosa in Hamilton, it is an amazing restaurant and I highly recommend you go. And a big thank you to my Patreon supporters. Guys, you really help me out with making content on this channel, and if you would like to support the channel, please go check out the links down below. You can also find me on all the other social media platforms. So until the next one, onwards and upwards.